Over the years, the wind has given me so many beautiful messages. And today I went outside for my morning coffee on Sunday morning. And because there was this sun and the wind was blowing through the leaves and the trees. And so I have this specific ritual or a gate opener to talk to the elementals. And I did that, and I asked, is there anything that you want me to know for the world, for my friends, for my loved one, for me, for the people that I work with, for my business? Is there anything? And then so the messages always come through my higher heart, and there's some hearing going on, but it's like a translation, emotions of feelings of knowledge that comes through my crown chakra, and it all goes at the same time. And it was so beautiful because they showed me how to work that I've been given complete new codes to in my voice, in my throat chakra, and on other areas of my energetic body to connect with the creative world, the creative energy that is around us, and in a way that when we sing, or even in our head, when we connect to that higher voice of us that is connected to our higher being, and we bring that into when we unlock those voices, because they said to me, well, you're basically actually a locksmith that is here to open up the gifts that people have within them and the creative gifts that people have within them. And we have now come to a time, they said, where you can sing and speak a whole new world into being by connecting that. Firstly, help them open up their voice, help them open up their gifts, and then come together and bring your beautiful visions, the world how you truly want it to be, bring that into creation, get that highest voice, get that highest vision, that highest deep longing that lives within you, and sing that into creation, and we can then aid the world to bring that into fruition. So that will be a whole new creative opening. And there was another message that was meant for me, and I asked, is it okay if I share this? And they said, yeah, just share it, because there is something that you need to know. And it is in those books that you have beside you. So I looked at, I brought two books with me. One was The Artist's Way of Julia Cameron. And the other one was The Creative Art, A Way of Being of Rick Rubin. And they said, just open up the book. And I'm going to read to you what I saw, because I was so moved by it. And I feel that you might need to hear this as well. It's called, I'm just going to read this chapter. It's called The Abundant Mindset. A river of material flows through us. When we share our works and our ideas, they are replenished. If we block the flow by holding them all inside, the river cannot run and new ideas are slow to appear. In the abundant mindset, the river never runs dry. Ideas are always coming through, and an artist is free to release them with the faith that more will arrive. If we live in a mindset of scarcity, we hoard great ideas. A comedian may be presented with a perfect opportunity to tell a favorite new joke they've written, but instead will hold it back, waiting for a more high-profile occasion. When we use our material, new content comes through, and the more we share, the more our skills improve. Choosing to live in scarcity leads to stagnation. If we work on one project forever, we never get to make another. The fear of drought and the impulse for perfectionism prevents us from moving on and block the river's flow. Each mindset evokes a universal rule. Whatever we concentrate on, we get. If the mind creates a world that is limited, where we think we don't have enough worthwhile ideas or material, we will not see the inspiration the universe is providing. And the river slows. In the abundant world, we have a greater capacity to complete and release our work. When there are so many ideas available and so much great art to make, we are compelled to engage, let go and move forward. If there's only one work to do and we intend to retire when it's done, there is no impetus to finish. If each piece is approached as our life's defining work, we revise and override endlessly, aiming for the unrealistic idea of perfection. A musician may delay releasing an album for fear they haven't taken the songs as far as they can go. Yet an album is only a diary entry of a moment of time, a snapshot reflection of who the artist is for that period, and no one diary entry is our life story. Our life's work is far greater than any individual container. The works we do are most chapters. There will always be a new chapter, and another after that. Though some might be better than others, that is not our concern. Our objective is to be free to close one chapter and move on to the next, and to continue that process for as long as it pleases us. Your old work isn't better than your new work, and your new work isn't better than the old. There will be highs and lows throughout an artist's life. To assume there was a golden period and your past, it is only true if you accept that premises. Putting your best effort in it at each moment, in each chapter, is all we can ever hope to accomplish. There is always more we can improve or another version to be made. We could work on something for another 2 years and it will be different, but there's no way to know if it will be better or worse, only different, just as you will be. And you may have evolved past the work you spent years laboring on. The direct reflection of you has faded. The work begins to look like an old photo instead of a mirror image. It's dispiriting to complete and share a work you've lost connection with. The recognition of abundance fills us with hope that our brightest idea still awaits us and our greatest work is yet to come. We are able to live in an energized state of creative momentum, free to make things. Let them go. Make the next thing and let it go. With each chapter we make, we gain experience, improve at our craft, an inch closer to who we are. I thought it was so beautiful, and really, I just co-created, co-authored a new book. It's just out. It's on Amazon. It has become a bestseller on multi different topics and #1 bestseller on angels, the topic of angels, which is wonderful. And yeah, I do feel it was this invitation to come ride with this beautiful group of women about it really felt to me what is the abundance that life has given me. And my chapter is about the book is called A Phoenix Rising, And for me, when I looked at writing my chapter, I was looking into, so what has life offered me that is now sort of the pearl of what I give to the world in my work. And I've looked at my near-death experience and how that has given me gifts to be very close to people who go through deep transformational states, including the transformational state of going from this life, leaving your body and going into to be born in the spiritual world. And there are so many gifts that I've gained over the years, and I'm sharing them, a couple of them, sharing them in that chapter, and also sharing how my guides came up because sometimes we have wisdom within us, and of course I use beautiful and powerful energetic, what's it called? Modalities. I always forget the word. Modalities that I've learned. And also I've learned art of singing in many different forms. I've learned so many from other people. But there's also a deep innate wisdom that comes from us, from deep within us, and that is being given by our own guides, or that is being given through the angels or our higher self, or that we pick up out of the ether, just like inventions are made. And so these gifts, those type of how do I actually work with everything that I've accumulated, that is something that my guides gave me as well, and I've written that in that book as well. It's like, okay, this is, so to speak, my formula. And I will share about that a little bit later. But for now, I really wanted you to know what the wind wanted me to tell you, that the river is endlessly big, and that there is a creator within you that thrives when you are not afraid to share the most imperfect work, but that is true to you at this moment, or that there is no such thing as this is the one work that defines me, because you are an ever-changing, we live in an ever-changing world, and it's not meant to be that we always put this hierarchy of this is better than that, and the old is better than the new, or the new is better than the old. It all changes, and it also, once we give out, it's no longer ours. It's meant, ideas are meant to be shared, gifts are meant to be shared, because this is how the world creates itself, and how we get to grow with each other. Well, that's what I wanted to share. Yeah, if you want to connect with me, we'll leave a link, or you can go to liberateandexpress.com, or find me on Elisabeth de Charon at Facebook. Speak to you soon. Bye.